Okay, so hello guys, once again. I'm streaming today. This is kind of a surprise stream, but I had the time for it, so I thought I would give it a go. This time we will upload all the images to the Idle Heroes wiki that I prepared because since last time I wasn't really lazy, and I created a bunch of items. Let me just show you real quick. Items, equipment. So basically I just created a lot of items that we will have to upload in today's stream. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me in the chat and I will try my best to answer them. Okay, so I think the first step will be to bring up the special pages, because I won't really upload all the images one by one, because that would take a lot of time. Okay, so upload multiple photos, and we're gonna just basically browse every single one that the wiki does not have currently. Well, actually, I would like to go tier by tier, so it will be easier to review afterwards. Okay. It's funny how it is called leather armor. I believe it should be leather armor, but whatever. Where's the iron ring? Okay. So now this is good iron dagger, good leather armor, good boots, and good iron ring. Now comes the yellow one, I believe, which is, yeah, warblade. And what's the armor? If the music happens to be a little bit loud, just let me know in the comments, or yeah, in the chat basically. Plate. I have no idea how much icons I can upload at once. Magic ankle boots. Bone necklace. It's probably like 15 or so. Yeah, again, good. Good Warblade. Blade. Ankle boots and necklace. Yeah, we can upload 20 at once. And now comes the green ones, I believe. Yeah, they should. So, Divine Spear. And then the armor, which is Dragon Armor. What then? We need the boots. Where are the boots? Yeah, Traveler's Boots, here we go. And Brave Badge. So let's just upload these images. Okay, seems like everything is uploaded. Let's go and upload the rest of it. Looks nice. Yeah, just checking if the stars are... Yeah, so if whether or not I uploaded the correct order. I don't know, let's not go one by one again. It's really a waste of our time there. So yeah, special pages. And upload multiple photos, and then we are gonna need the good stuff. I need the boots there, so this will be good traveler's boots, and then the courage hammer, courage armor. Courage boots. What are them called? Courage armor boots. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention. And courage medal. Do green stuff have 4-star version? Not really sure. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so let's upload the red 1-stars, which is Hunter. So Hunter Curious, Hunter Ankle Boots, and Hunter Necklace. Oh yeah, of course! Of course the green one has a 4-star. That's the night set, so let's just replace these. Yeah. Here it is. Nightblade, Night Curious, Night Boots, and Night Ring, which is actually a necklace, I believe. But whatever. So yeah, Hunter, once again. So once these images are uploaded, we can go ahead and add them to our templates, and then they should be pretty much ready for use. So the elemental set is already uploaded, and the prophecy one needs to be replaced because what is uploaded is an old format. And so let's upload the Guardian now. Guardian, okay. Curious, boots, and art. Upload them. And I will replace the old prophecy suits. Then I will add them to the templates and create their own pages. God, this takes so long. Come on, come on. Sometimes it just freezes. It could happen that the images are already uploaded. Or will it just refresh now? No, it's not yet. But yeah, it's working, okay. Can I hit that F5? Ooh. Kinda mixed up the order. Okay, so I believe we have everything, but this is just mixed up. Okay, never mind. So let's just go to items and list of in-game items. And now let's just go to equipment. Actually, okay, maybe this is the easiest way. So I'm just gonna click on each of them, which will bring up their pages, and I will just change the icons. Replace. So this is Staff of Prophecy. Okay. So this is how one item's page will look like, and I'm planning to do a template which will help you navigate through the item. So you will see the current item here, and you can move up in the, for example, in the armor tier, or you know, move to a lower tier. So you will see almost like the whole list of armors, and you can jump to other tiers as well. So I'm planning some templates here just to look, just so it looks a little bit more cohesive, let's say. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace these. Robe of Prophecy. Robe of Prophecy, but actually the prophecy suits were uploaded kind of long ago, because I just wanted to create an item template so that we have something to look at, how an item page will look like in the future. But now it's time to upload them all. This Boots of Prophecy, okay. Yeah. And yeah, okay. Let's go. Ring of Prophecy. Replace with Ring of Prophecy. Okay, upload the file. Okay, so now that these are done, let's go to Casino and let's see if they are updated actually. Yeah. There is a little difference between the old format and the new. The new format has like a little transparent border around the item, so that whenever you use two of them beneath each other, there is still a little gap between them. But for example, the hero icons does not have this transparent border, and they just kind of collide when used beneath each other. And yeah, one other thing that I want to update is the guild rate table, and I was thinking about a format like this, which I think would look really great. But we will do that if we will have the time for it. Yeah, currently just hit 1600 edits with uploading all the photos. So yeah, let's go to template, icon link, and upload the items that we just uploaded. We have to include those in the template so that they can be used like this. which we will be needing in the future. So let's click edit. And here is the equipment tab. And I'm just gonna go ahead and basically type in them one by one. Probably that's what I can do. But I will go quick. So let's go. Iron dagger equals iron dagger icon.png. Leader armor equals leader armor. Meanwhile, I'm checking the chat, so if you got any questions, just be sure to ask me, so that we can have like a little chat. What's the boots? Armored boots. Armored boots. Typing these into the template takes some time, but it's a thing that you have to do only once, so it's kinda okay-ish. It's the iron ring. And I'm just gonna copy this whole thing once again and add the good tag to them, so that we just spare a little time. Just like this. So 8 is ready. Then comes the yellow one. It's gonna be warblade equals warblade icon.png. And then comes the armor, which is... can't find it. I believe we missed some... yeah, we did not upload all the items. That's interesting. Never mind, I'm gonna do this nonetheless, and we can go on add the rest of the items. Because I missed the orange suits. Yeah. Magic ankle boots. Magic ankle boots. Bow necklace. Well, let's just go ahead and copy this again. Good. Let's copy this tag. Okay, so 2-star yellow is done. So now comes green stuff. The green stuff. Oh. Divine Spear. Then comes dragon armor. So yeah, I was just checking whether or not the stream is okay, because I had some problems before I let it go live. I ended up dropping most of my frames, so the stream was very laggy, and I just did a restart. And I hope it really solved most of the problems. So if the stream quality is not okay, just let me know in the chat, so that I can maybe help fix stuff. Traveler's boots. I'm trying to pay attention to what I type, but whenever you start using these, in coding you will immediately realize if there is an error, because there won't be the actual image displaying, just a blank one basically, because this template has a default icon which is the same but is blank. So let's again add the good tag just to spare some time, just like this. And we can go on to the courage stuff. Courage hammer. I'm just gonna copy courage because I'm lazy. Armor equals. Oops. Let's just copy courage without the pipe. Okay, courage armor. Icon.png. So courage is done. Now comes the knight set, which is knight. And this is copyable again, so we're good. Knight playback.png. Knight curious. I hope this is how it's pronounced. Curious. Yeah, guess so. Knight boom reads ring. Double space there. Okay, so the knight set is done. Now comes the hunter, which is like the 1-star red. So hunter. Hunter crossbow. This is going pretty well. I'm not really sure whether or not I will do all the pages, like individual ones for each item right now, but definitely I have to do the template next, because it's kind of pointless to do the individual pages if I have to upload them, each of them afterwards. Hunter necklace. So hunter set is done, and elemental is done, so as prophecy suits. So we can move on to the 4-star red, which is the guardian set. I'm gonna say guardian. Guardian blessing dagger. Blessing dagger icon PNG. Guardian. Cuirass. I was just checking if it's pronounced this way, but it seems like. So nothing to worry about. Boots. And then heart, which is the necklace. So every red is done, only the orange ones remaining. And so let's go with monster slayers. Monster Slayer's bow. PNG. Boots. I think I will probably update the equipment page afterwards so that we can see if we got everything right here. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Just missed the curious. Ring. So that maybe you will see the default icon in use. I hope you won't really. Ellipsis. Ellipsis. What's that? Staff. Icon of PNG. Ellipsis K. We're almost at the end. Boots. Well, let's not forget to upload the rest of the images because, of course, it won't work. We don't have them. Okay, so ring comes now. And so 3-star orange is the heaven stuff. The heaven. My best is the Ellipsis and the heavens. Those are the best ones, I think. I really like them. The heaven. That stuff once again. The heaven. Okay. The heaven. Ankle boots. Last but not least, the heaven necklace. And the last one is the courageous set. So we're gonna say sword of the courageous. So what? Courageous. Like that, okay. Let's copy just off the courageous. Of the courageous. Icon of PNG. And plate of the courageous. I like that, I don't really have to type much here. Here's a pendant. We need the boots. Boots of the courageous. Icon of PNG. I'm gonna copy this and paste it into the icon template. So let's just do that. Go to icon, click edit, and we're gonna say replace equipment. Edit items, publish. Okay, so now that this is done, we're gonna go to items and let's just upload the rest of the images first. We need to do that first. The special pages and upload multiple photos. And what do we need? Where did we stop? Okay, so 4-star red. We need all the orange ones. So Monster Slayer's bow. Monster Slayer's curious. Monster Slayer's boots. The ring. And then Elus's staff. Lucy's cape, the boots, the ring, and then comes... No, we haven't... stuff? The stuff and the necklace looks almost like the same. Boots, necklace, and last but not least, it's gonna be Sword of the Courageous. It's plate, as far as I remember. Yeah, plate. Boots and pendant. There we go. Let's upload them. And now we shall see if we did a good job or not. Okay, so I think everything is uploaded. Let's just go and check it. Yeah, seems fine. Order messed up once again. Good job, Wiki. And let me just drink some water. So let's just go to the equipment. Items and equipment. So as you can see, we have like a really long list here, and this is the Ring of Prophecy stuff that I said it was uploaded before, kind of long ago, just to see how it would look like. And as you can see, like, this wall of text doesn't really tell you much, but once the icons are next to it, it kind of makes sense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click at it and add icon link before every item name. Oh Jesus, and this is... the no wiki. I hate the no wiki tags, dude. So bad. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this is the... Let's just remove the no wikis because this really makes no sense here. It sucks when you have to clean up after someone, but I'm doing this because it might be easier for the next editor to see through all this text. Can you just... I was wondering if you could select like a box of text, like in Microsoft Word, yeah? That would be super awesome if I could just select the 3 no wikis about each other and just delete them at once. But I have to do this one by one. Ah, my mouse is dying. How many's left? Not so much. Good. One interesting thing about suit bonuses, like set bonuses I mean, is that at like orange 1 star, if you can equip like the next tier of an item, you already get like more than from the bonus set, which is pretty interesting. HP. Okay. Oh god. I don't even understand how these no wiki tags get into the source code. Probably through the visual editor, but I have no idea what do you have to do to get no wiki in there. Okay. This looks good. Oh, no way, no way. Okay, let's just add the icon link. Oh god. Whoops. That's not what I meant, that was a wrong shortcut. Yep, like this. I'm not gonna delete all the no wiki tags here because that would be just really boring. So instead of that, I'm sorry for that. So yeah, I'm just gonna include all the icon links here so that we can see some hopefully beautiful stuff. So if one item won't show up, it's either that the original text is written wrong, or we made a typo in the item's name, or we made a typo in the template, so that we'll have to go through these possible errors if something doesn't show up right. But I really hope everything will be fine. When I created the hero icon template, I had a few problems, but you can imagine I had like 3 typos in there, but that was like after I actually typed in all the heroes that you can find in the game at one take, so I was like a zombie after that. But it works, and it definitely helps us, so it was worth it, I guess. Okay, so if these are boots, we will have the accessories next, and then we can see how it looks like. Night boots. It would be so good if everyone could edit in source code, because a lot of unnecessary tags get into the source code because I don't even know how you can cause these unneeded tags in the visual editor. Like, I do edit only in source mode. Only exception when I have to just like add 1 or 2 characters to the table, some data, but even then I check it in source code after that if nothing is fucked up, just because my edit. Easy peasy. Oh hell, what I'm watching. It's too high for me, Kek. Welcome to the stream. Let me just really explain you what this is, actually. Nothing too serious and nothing to worry about. I'm just editing some Wikipedia stuff so that you kinda get like a behind the scenes kind of stuff. So this is the Idle Heroes wiki that I'm editing. Let me just show you real quick. So this is the Idle Heroes wiki that I'm currently working on, and right now what you just saw before, we are uploading the equipment article So we are replacing every name with a link to it and an icon before, and we just uploaded our template for that and uploaded all the icon images that I made previously. Dark Moon Sword, Demon Destroyer. What are these? Let me just check it. So yeah, nothing to worry about. If you are an Idle Heroes player, it's just the wiki being edited for you and others to help them out. But if you play the game, feel free to ask me questions. I'm at like level 125, so I will try to help you out. Okay, so that's interesting. We have the a little bit from the artifact page. I don't really know what's the use of that, but whatever, I will leave it here as for now. Okay, so let's click apply changes. Wow. I believe I just broke this table. That's interesting. How did I do that? I'm just wondering if the plus signs ended up breaking this table. I'm gonna add a space before them. Okay, yeah, so it seems like the pipe and the plus together kind of breaks the whole thing. Ooh, we got some arrows there. That's cool. Okay. So one thing is that rune ring. I don't even remember uploading those. What are rune rings? I believe it. I did upload them. Let's check it out. So one possible error is that, for example, here of the courageous is written in both capitals. So we will have to fix that. And for example, this is the boots and it's only boots without the. So let me see if I uploaded rune ring at all. I did not. What? That's interesting. Oh, because we missed the whole purple set. That sucks. Let's just correct this real fast. Yeah. I just see that now. Oops. I felt it that I did not upload any rune rings, so. Oh dear God. But then what's the... Okay, I see hammer. Ooh. And that's another issue if you just don't upload the pictures. Yeah, King's Curious. Here comes the rune ring. No, the boots first, the sage boots. Rune ring, and then all the good stuff. Good hammer. Good King's Curious. Good sage boots. And good rune ring. There we go. Now it should be good. Easy peasy, do you play Idle Heroes? And if so, what level are you on? Okay. Since these just get uploaded now, I have to include them in the template so that actually the wiki can display it. De bizony magyar vagyok. Most nézem az oldalnagatot. Igen, magyar vagyok egyébként. So, since this is in order in regards of years, was it purple? I believe the purple one comes after the yellow one. So, Warblade, Good Warblade, and yeah, here we go. Let's add hammer equals hammer, icon.png, and then King's Curious equals Curious icon.png, Sages, no, it's just Sage Boots, png, and then Rune Ring equals rune, come on. And because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna copy this and add the good tag before them. Hungarian question, akkor így könnyebb a beszélgetés, mivel nem nagyon vágom az angolt. Most jelenleg 57-es vagyok, 5-6 napja játszom, de nagyon megtetszett. S137-en vagyok, okay. So he's playing for like a week and is on level 57, playing on server 137. If you guys have any question, ask me in the chat. I will switch my mind back to English and answer your question, but as for now I will speak with easy peasy in Hungarian. So, ja, így mindenképp könnyebb a beszélgetés. Ha bármilyen kérdésed van a játékkal kapcsolatban, mert most látom, hogy 5-6 napja játszol, kérdezz nyugodtan a chaten, segítek bármiben, én most játszok 6. hónapja. So yeah, keep adding the good stuff, good hammer, good. Good hammer, good King's Curious. No, I'm adding it to the wrong place. Whoops. Not like this. So, yeah, everything seems fine now. Let's just copy this whole stuff. Edit purple items. Publish. Let's go to icon and upload the equipment section. Oops, like this. Whoops. Edit purple items. Publish. Okay, and now let's just save this page just for now. Edit icon links. We're gonna wait for the refresh and see how many of them is wrong. As you can see, the rune rings and the purple stuff just got displayed. And I'm just gonna open up my folder just to check the names. And now we can go on and kind of fix everything. What's the matter here? Wow, that's interesting. Template icon link. What's with plate? Why doesn't it appears? Okay, I missed the extension. Is there any other like this? Let's check courage armor. Courage armor does have an extension. 1 minute now will come back AFK. Okay. See you then. No idea what's the matter with courage armor, honestly. Maybe it's a typo. Okay, let's go in. I did not save the edit extensions. So this should solve the issue if the wiki refreshes. Not by now. Okay. Let's just make Sword of the Courageous capitals. That will solve the problem. As for them, I'm just gonna correct it here too. Yeah. Courage hammer. Why doesn't it work? I don't know. Sword of the Courageous. Blade of the Courageous. Boots of the Courageous. Pendant of the Courageous. So, let's see. How much did this help us? Okay, so every weapon looks good. As I see, even no, the good hammer is a 1 star there, so that's a fix. Good hammer. So yeah, I just forget to add the good hammer. Yeah, in this row, everywhere. So publish, and I'm gonna copy it over to icon as well, because I forgot to add the good tag there. Even if you typed in like good hammer, because of the missing good tag, it's located the hammer, the simple hammer icon, so that there's no way you could get that. Fix, publish. Hello to every newcomers. I see that we are 3 by now, which is really awesome. If you got any questions, use the chat, ask me questions. I will try my best to answer them. Courage armor. What's the matter with courage armor? Because courage armor boots appear good. We got some problem here. Let's see what does our folder says. Ilus's ring. So Ilus's ring and Guardian Heart. It should be, actually it must be a typo in the template, I believe. So which was it was Ilus's. That's a double. That was a double space, which I think will solve the problem. And in Guardian Heart 2. So yeah, that will do. So this should be done. Okay, so I said the tag is not needed here. And I have no idea what's the matter with courage armor there. Maybe it's not uploaded, but we have it here. Okay, I see. That was a pipe character there which prevented the wiki from locating the image, because we don't have an image starting with a pipe character there. So now everything should be good, I think. So I'm just gonna save it once again. copy it over to icon, and then we should be probably ready with adding all the items. Equipment, fix, publish. Okay, so let's remove the tag, the boots. Apply changes, and I think everything should be working now. No, the courage armor. What's with courage armor? Okay, we solved that problem, so it should update soon. Garden Curious is another problem. We're gonna go, if we are done with this, we will probably upload the guild raid article, because we got some pretty nice tables for that. So Guardians Curious, again double space. Do we have another problem? This is fine. Courage armor, looking good. So let's see what's up with courage armor. We fixed that, so fix. I'm just gonna type today. Up until this part, publish, and I can edit. Okay, equipment. Fix. And now everything should be working. Save page. Edit icon links plus corrections. Thank you for the follow, easy peasy. I just missed that, but thank you very much. Köszi a followot, nagyon szépen. Okay, so the accessories are done. Boots done. Courage armor. What's with courage armor? Okay. But I believe it's written right. Courage armor. Yeah, it is spelled right. I don't know what's the problem then. This is really giving me a tough time. Courage armor. Oh, okay. Maybe if I typed correction here, I was actually clicked in there. So kind of typed the first part of correction into the source code, which is unfortunate. But at least we found what caused the problem. The good thing about this icon link is that everything that you see here will be clickable once the individual pages are done. So again, the prophecy stuff is done because I kinda did it before, so that we can see how it will work out if everything is uploaded. And so if you click on Boots of Prophecy, you see the name, the icon, the category, what kind of bonus it grants, how much it can be sold for, how can you acquire it, and how much does it cost to forge this item. This is a trivia, if there is anything interesting to share about the item. And here you have the suits, and you can just go around. So if you click on Staff of Prophecy, you can go around this, and I'm planning kind of a slideshow here in the bottom, so you can move up to the next tier and even switch to, maybe go back to the equipment tab or something like that, but you can just move along among the tiers of this equipment type. So okay, so this is done, and we're gonna actually update the guild rate table, because that's a pretty, I don't know, lazy work we have there. So I'm just gonna copy. Yeah, here I have the new table format that I just created, and it looks like this, which is a pretty simple and kind of follows the layout which the new Tower of Oblivion uses. So we're just kind of trying to match our articles together. And if you notice this, I'll show you how the one we use looks like right now. So the first problem is that the table of contents is just brutally long and useless, because there is not really much of a need of a content table if one header is just like 4 rows, because you can pretty much scroll over it. But no matter that, it's not really engaging, let's say. But before we upload this, give me a few minutes. I have a few things to do, so be right back in, let's say, 2 minutes. See you guys 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so I got the new layout copied, but I'm not gonna delete the content yet, so I'm just gonna add my table on top of it. So good rate list, and I'm gonna add this one. Now the thing is that we have to add the new row and basically just copy this whole thing. I will copy this a few times. So we should have the table with a more, yeah, just like this. So we have the table with a few more rows, and we can start filling up information. And we're gonna say that. So raid number 2, I'm gonna just upload these real quick. It's actually more comfortable to edit this small table than the Tower of Oblivion, because in the Tower of Oblivion there were just so many data that the whole page was like crashing and kind of just jumping back and forth. That was pretty annoying and hard to edit, but I'm really happy that we are over with it. Thagon is a 4-star hero, I believe. We're gonna go like this, and the power is set to be 1000k. Okay. I may have to apply a vertical centering stuff. So where can I find that? Let me just Google for that. Oops, don't like that. Don't copy the chat. So I'm gonna say Wiki be align center. How to center text. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Wiki tabletop. I don't really like because Wikia does not have such a wide variety of help, but MediaWiki does have a very good helping guide to help you out editing wikis. I believe MediaWiki is actually a lot older than this fandom Wikia, but I feel like this is a little bit more up to date. Wikia table. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Table vertical line. That's what I need. I found it. I'm just gonna use the file. Okay. Vertical align top. But we need the vertical align center, so let's just add it to here. Center. So if you can either add this one here and then like add another pipe character afterwards, and this will only be applied for this specific row. I'm not sure if this works here, but that's the way you do it. But if you add it here after the line break, it will apply to the whole row actually. But I'm gonna go ahead and no, let's rather copy the center one. Yeah. And I hope this should solve our issue. Let's see. Again, hello to the newcomers. We are editing the Idle Heroes wiki. If you got some questions, be sure to ask me in the chat. I will try to answer. I will try my best to answer them. Apollonia says, evening, the new guild raid list looks nice. Thank you very much, Afu. I believe you are Afu from the wiki. Good to have you here, and welcome. By the way, Afu was taken on Twitch. Oh man, that sucks. But I like your name. Okay, so I'm gonna open the guild raid tab in my second screen, so just I don't really have to switch back and forth or actually scroll down so much. You just copy information from my second screen. Okay. So these rows are the rewards for killing the raid boss and then gathering the loot. And this is every battle, which means you get these whenever you attack. So it's 12 guild coins. Whoops. And this is what the Tower of Oblivion table did. It just kind of jumps to the top, but I believe it's a Wikia thing. Not really our fault. Okay. Level 70, that's correct. Level 8, oh, come on, 80. Level 90. Ooh. Okay. We can adjust sell it afterwards. But I believe it will get a little bit more space whenever we are out of Visual Editor. And I just mistyped something. Let's do level 100 there. Okay. Maxing out at 20 hearts each day. Lehet rossz, in Hungarian, lehet rosszul gondolom, itt azt írja a beginner tipsnél, hogy csak 20 szívet lehet kapni, de 30-at lehet naponta, nem? Okay, so Easy Peasy says in chat that in the beginner tips article, it says somewhere maxing out at 20 hearts each day. So in Hungarian. Igen, Easy Peasy, jól gondolod, ez nemrég változott meg, régen 20 barátod lehetett maximum, most már 30, és így 30 szívet lehet küldeni oda-vissza naponta. Köszi, hogy szóltál, ezt majd frissíteni fogjuk. So in English, yeah, it got changed because it was 20 back in the days, but it got increased to a maximum 30 friends, and we will have to upload it, but thank you for noticing that. So, good thing about that, I can pretty much search back, look through the bosses that we defeated in our guild. It will be pretty easy to fill in the rewards for killing the boss. I mean, so let's make it. I really hope that it's a maximum of 3 heroes per guild raid, because then my table will be fogged up. And actually, I'm hoping that I'm guessing the star level right. I'm not really sure about that. But whatever, this is a wiki and everyone can correct it. 10,000k would be easier to write 10 million, but... Oh god, I just slipped by 1 row, because this is all general. Looks better. Kargath. Pet Striker. Easy peasy, I changed it on the beginner's tips page to 30 hearts now. Thank you, Apollonia. Apollonia. I hope I pronounced it right. What's with that? Okay, because it's a 3-star and we do not have. LM02 4-star. Destroyer. Ooh, 4. You're pronouncing it correctly. Thank you very much. I'm really trying my best there. But since I'm not an Englishman, it's a little bit hard for me because I'm trying to guess the English pronunciation. Although I've been learning it for quite a while, so I may have some ideas about. But again, you can never know. Flaming Lips. Yeah, that's a 3-star hero. Logan. Someone will have to double check these enemies because I'm not really sure about the stars, but this is more informative as for now. NAGART, let's say 5. I wouldn't really expect a 6-star in such a low guild rate. But oh, I don't no, 5. Wayne Walk. That's a good question. I'm really not sure about the stars. But I will look for images in Facebook posts so that I can fill in this stuff. Yeah, Efu is basically just my name spelled backwards, Uffe. Much harder to pronounce correctly in English, Uffe. What kind of language is Uffe in? Because in English I would say like Uffe, but I'm not really sure. I cannot even pronounce that in English. But close enough. Danish, oh that's nice. Yeah, the North countries has like a very interesting and exciting language for me. I really like them. The stars do not show in the NAGARTworks, so you can't check them. The only thing I can check is the appearance of the first character, because they are displayed on the portrait, but I cannot check the other ones. By the way, the only Danish word I know is pose, so that's about it. I believe it's sausage or something like that. Pose. Audio 1. Pose. Persa. Is it Persa or Pose? Well, it's a dumb question. I don't know how you can answer that. So let's say the first is Persa and the second one is Pose. The last one Pose. Well, around it, you do pronounce the L. Pulse. Pulse, okay. Yeah, leaving out the L would be very British. Pulse, okay. But good thing about being a Hungarian is that our alphabet has like 44 letters. And every letter is a different sound, so we don't really have a hard time recreating other languages' sounds. So that I think it's pretty easy for us to pronounce foreign words, because we know like a lot of sounds. I don't know how much letters the Danish alphabet has, but like the English has like 26, so the Hungarian has a little bit less than double. We have 29, okay. See, that's a little bit more than the English one. But yeah, I guess it's the dashed O, and you can say all the vocals in different ways. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the letters I meant. And you can say all the vocals in different ways. I don't really know what's a vocal. Let me just, but I guess it's Untitled letter. Yeah, okay, so I don't know, this kind of reminds me to Chinese because I have learned Chinese for like a good half year. And then you have the letters and you can pronounce them in 4 different let's say, I don't know, you can pronounce them in 4 different ways and then they mean other things. Okay. I'm gonna delete these ones. Because I believe we don't have other heroes there. Okay. Looks good, as for now. No idea why it's breaking like this, but I'm gonna click save and say new format, test. Let's see how it looks like rendered. So it does not have enough space to put all 3 next to each other, which is a problem. But we can take space away from the first 2 cells, and we will probably do that. We'll give it a fixed size. So we will say here, we're going to say width equals, let's say 50. If you are missing space, maybe put them like 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3. What do you mean? You mean like, should I put the enemy heroes beneath each other? And not next to each other? Ooh, I kind of just broke something. That sucks. Well, that may be because I should use... Oh, come on. Maybe I should use exclamation marks in the header, not pipes. Yeah, but it's more nice next to each... Yeah, that's why I want to make them next to each other, because it looks better that way. Okay, it's looking better, but I can take even more space away from raid, because I can even break maybe numero in 2 different rows, but I'm not sure because raid is a longer word. Ward. Let's say ward. Wonder if there is room when you put in the rewards. Yeah, that's one interesting question. But yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Let me just open the game and fill in one. Let's see. Yeah, I believe there won't be enough space. I'm calling that right now. There won't be enough space. Now let's just collect the dailies. But if there is not enough room, then maybe below is better. Okay, so yeah, we could try that. But mainly I want to place them next to each other just to save space from the article, because the current list is like extremely long, and that was a problem with the Tower of Oblivion page too. Yeah, basically that. So I'm gonna check meanwhile if the stars are correct. 4-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star. That's actually Bade and Lutz, not Lutz and Bade. Okay, and the 5-star OD, so that's okay. Let's see the rewards for OD. The first place was... won't be enough space. 100. Oh Jesus. This will be interesting. But I have no better idea because I want to include these rewards. In Hungarian, megkérhetlek arra, hogy felsorolt, hogyan lehet XP-t nyerni a guildbe? Szóval azzal, hogy raidelsz és hogy vásárolsz a boltban, vagy a boltos, nem igaz? I will answer in Hungarian and then I will translate in English. Nem igazán tudom, hogy mire gondolsz pontosan azzal, hogy hogyan lehet XP-t nyerni a guildbe. Lehet, hogy arra gondolsz, arra kis szürke érmére, amit guild coinnak nevezünk. Ezeket onnan tudod szerezni, hogy egyrészt a Guild Warban, a cégek elleni küzdelemben részt veszel, másrészt, hogy támadod a guild bossokat, amikor fönt vannak a Raid nevű fülben, illetve hogy a malomban másokat támadsz, és ellopod az ő nyereségük egy részét. Ezzel a 3 módszerrel tudsz ilyen guild coins szerezni, amit aztán el tudsz költeni a guild techben, ahol a csapatodat tudod erősíteni, kasztok szerint, illetve a guild store-ban tudsz különböző dolgokat vásárolni. Ha nem erre gondoltál, akkor írj meg a chaten is válaszolok. So in English, Easy Peasy asked how can he farm XP in the guild, which I didn't really understand, but I answered him about how he can earn guild coins, but it turned out he meant upgrading levels. In Hungarian, szóval úgy érted, szintet fejlődni, hogy magának a cégnek a szintjét? Mondjuk level 4-esről level 5-ösre. Ez nagyon egyszerű, minden nap, amikor megnyitod a guild fület, a bal oldalt fölül van egy kis információs ablak, leírja, van a cégnek a képe, hogy mi az üdvözlőszöveg, meg van ott valahol egy ilyen zölden világító mező. Erre naponta egyszer tudsz rákattintani, és ez fog 30 guild expet adni a céghez, és mivel ezt mindannyian egyre többen fogjátok csinálni, de mindenki csak napi egyszer tudja, így fogtok nagyon lassan fölfelé fejlődni. So in English, so it turned out that it was about upgrading guild levels, and I just helped him out where he can find it. Nincs mit, örültem, hogy segíthettem. No worries, I'm glad I could help. The problem with what I'm doing right now is that this part will be extremely long because of the 5 digits and the icon, but I don't know what to do. Maybe I can do something like to move this part below each layers. So one row would consist of this, and this part about the rankings would be below this row and in the same format. So because this is just way too long, and if I fill in all the information, the problem is that this part will be like 90% of the table, meanwhile it's the less important part. And this should be the important thing to see, not this. So I will try to move this part into a different row, and for that I will go into source editor, copy the header and the first row, and I'm going to create a new table. Just close it, and to do that I'm going to go ahead. The problem with that, there will be a lot of images about the first and second, third place, but probably that's the best we can do now. So to do that we have to remove, so let's say it's hard if you want to create a new table but then kind of mix up the arrangement once it's done. Okay, so I'm thinking about making this every battle rewards, and then I can delete the row span too, which kind of merges two rows together. So as you can see, this is just one cell, but there is two cells next to it. I don't know. Let's see. I will keep it as for now. But then we don't need the call span 8, because then we can pretty much just exclude this part. And I'm gonna copy this here and also delete this part here. Oh wow, we have like 6 viewers. That's very awesome. Welcome everyone to the stream. We are editing some Wikipedia for the idol heroes, and if you get any kind of question, just be sure to ask me in the chat and I will try my best to answer it. And yeah, currently what we are doing is just some brainstorming about how we can make a good layout for the guild raid list. So my problem with this format is that it's just too less information in one row, and we could put there more information. Alright, let's remove the width from here. So it will kind of just widen. What? What did I do? Okay. Just deleted the pipe characters by mistake. Okay. I left every bundle there because I thought that rewards would just like form like an L shape here. But I'm not really sure. Maybe I will create a rewards here, and then this row would come here, and the rewards would come beneath it. Let's see. So I'm gonna open a new row here with this, and I'm gonna add vertical align center just to go short. Yep, right here. And so we need a row span which equals 2, and it will say rewards. But actually this will be a header, so let's use exclamation marks. Setway didn't ask what server do you play on. I'm playing on Android server 39, yeah. Android server 39. Okay, So okay, so if this is a row span, now I have to place this part, I believe, and then let's give it a row break, and then comes this part. Let's close the table and see how it looks like. I'm not really sure that this will work. Problem with this is that, oh, okay, I see. What should we do with this now? So this is slipped to left by 1 because the row span does not work. And that's because I missed a caution mark. So this should be good now. Sure enough. I cannot really think of anything. Maybe you just cannot use a header if you already started the table and it's not the first row. I'm just gonna switch it to a normal cell, and it works like a charm. But the problem is that because of the enemies, widening this column, the third spot is also widened, which is not really fortunate, but you cannot make them all the same width. Ooh, and that was my problem with this. Let's see if I create another table for that. Can you make 2-3 rows and then merge them for enemies? 2-3 rows and then merge them for enemies. By rows, do you happen to mean columns? So like 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, and then merge this cell? I'm not really sure. Yeah. So it's 3 rows in the rewards. 3 rows here. I don't really get what you mean. I will try to just create another table and let's see how that works. So now I'm gonna close this table here, open this one here. So this will be the header. I have no idea why this does not work. Is it? It's kind of the same. Oh no, this is a pipe here. Okay, so okay, let's add Wiki table. That kind of does the job. Let's see how it looks rendered out. I'm just gonna delete. No, I'm actually not gonna delete. Test. But my problem with this is that there is a lot of empty space. Actually not. But then the table won't be one large one. It will be like 90 separate tables. Ooh, this is really giving me a headache. Do you think it looks good? Remember the good times when we could abuse the guild boss raids rewards. You mean that it was patched out with moving to a different guild, and then killing the boss, now does not grant you any reward? Because I heard of that, but I did not know that it was otherwise before. But I heard that you don't get any rewards until you reach the highest boss you have fought with. Yeah, obviously the problem is that you cannot really put these two together because enemies will always be wider than this cell. But then I cannot even put it next to it because then it will take up most of the template, most of the table. It was patched when the third bracket of servers came. What's the third bracket? Yes, it was in the patch notes. Unfortunately, I never tried it. When was it patched out? Because I've been playing for like 6 months, but I did not really thought of it. But actually, I did not thought of it because in like the 1.5 months in, I got the leader status of our guild, and I just didn't want to leave it. But by now, it's the 21st guild on the server. But yeah, I guess it's a problem that devs do not thought of. Oh god, what to do with this? What server are you on? I assume you're not asking me, but I'm Android S39. Okay, server 1 to 25 is bracket 1. Okay. So they patched it out when bracket 3 came, so that was 51 to 75. And right now we are like 137, I believe. Okay. That wasn't really that much after I started playing, so I didn't really have the time to do that. 719 there. Some veterans I see. Maybe I will just end up doing another table for the rewards below the guild raid list. But it would be so good to just include this here. I play on server 15, so I did abuse it a little. I can imagine, good times. But yeah, actually I'm like the strongest player in our guild, so that I pretty much get like the first reward in every boss raid. So that's like 10,000 guild coin for me each boss. But now it tends to slow down a little bit. Enemies have a lot of health. Jeez. I'm gonna go ahead and break the hero icons into different rows just to see how it looks like, because we may have to go with that one. Okay. There are a lot of guilds from server 15 in the top of Guild Wars. Norma or Zack is the better priest, what do you think? I will answer that in a second. Yeah, we merged our top guys to 404 and the rest are the unmatched. One back-to-back in Guild Wars. That's nice. But the thing that I noticed is that even though there are a lot of servers, they are like breaked into like brackets, as you mentioned. Somewhere I see like there is a ±10 bracket, then there is like because I have never I don't think I have seen like server 7 or something like that in Guild Wars. Probably the lowest was like server 20 something. Again, I'm on server 39 and the highest was like server 47. So I guess there are some brackets even there. Or you beat us every time, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it can happen that you play. I have never seen anything above server 25. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I believe there are some. Yeah, it may be like plus. Yeah, +10, ±10 is how servers are categorized, I believe. Ooh. Heroes below each other looks really ugly. This won't really help. It would solve the problem. I'm not even sure. Gosh. Or maybe if I just included the first 3, but that would be kind of lame. I want to include everything. Yeah, I will go with another table, I guess. So yeah, let's do that. I will save this to my profile page. Okay, back to easy peasy. Norma or Zek is the better priest. What do you think? I have talked about that exactly like this question in my last stream. First I'm gonna say it in English so that people know what's up. And I would say Norma is like a one-man army, and her heals really falls off when she has to kind of like heal a whole team, because her heals are really focused to one target at a time. While Zekis can heal a whole team, just like Ormus. And now I'm gonna answer them in Hungarian. Szóval, easy peasy. Nem tegnap, de a múltkor is beszéltem erről a streamemen. Pont erről, hogy Norma, Zekis és Ormus milyen healerek egymáshoz képest. És hát arra a konklúzióra jutottunk, hogy Zekis és Ormus, ők nagyon jó csapat healerek, de azt tudnod kell, hogy Ormus, ő egy isten, ha csapat healerésről van szó. Zekis is megteszi a dolgát, de a legnagyobb különbség Norma és Zekis között az, hogy Norma kiválóan működik Aspen Dungeonre és Brave Trial-re, főleg, hogyha egyedül használod. Tehát Norma egyedül Brave Trial-on, az én 8 csillagos Normám végig szólózza az egész Brave Trial-t egészen level 10-ig. És így megmarad az összes többi hősöm. De amint Normát egy csapatba rakod, nem igazán tud kibontakozni ez a hatalmas healje, mert egyszerre csak egy célpontot tud healelni, viszont azon hatalmasat. De hogyha van 5 megsebzett embered, akkor csak egyetlen egyet fog tudni felgyújtani, a többi viszont valószínűleg meg fog halni. Viszont Zekis meg az egész csapatodat tudja healelni. De Norma mindenképp megéri, mert egy remek hős, Aspen Dungeonben és Brave Trialben egyedül nagyon kitűnő. So, Apollonia, yeah, will work better on phones, also not to have it too wide. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me just drink some water. Sorry. So let's just delete the brakes. By the way, Setway10, if you want to chat with us, I can share my Discord room link so that you can come up and chat with us. Fu is also there because he's an active editor of the wiki. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat box, but if you happen to miss it, you can find it below every video of mine on YouTube as well. This is our Discord link. Just don't be surprised if you see some cars there and other stuff, because I'm doing a lot of things, and this is just like a campfire for everyone who is interested in something that I do. Okay, so we said that we will delete these, but I'm actually thinking about leaving the every battle reward. I don't know. I just want to make sure that I have the old format in my... Yeah, I do have. Yeah, okay. A little bit messy there, but whatever. So we don't need the call span, that's for sure. And we can delete pretty much all this. Also this and this. I believe I deleted a hero icon that I did not want to. Fear. What do you mean by fear? Okay. Best thing about editing tables, I'm telling you, is that it really develops the way you think, because it can be a tough challenge. Lost a few of our top 10 players during summer vacation, so we are behind Vengeance in power now. Just deleted a whole wave of enemies in raid 7. Unlucky. What was it again? It was Bad and Lutz. Apply changes. Power ain't everything. That's a good point. For example, I have a team of 205,000 power, but sometimes I can defeat 240k's, almost like a 50k difference. What's that? Where am I? Nope, still we are always in top 50, so we get a nice reward. It's all about timing and attacking in your wars. Apollonia, could you explain that? Why is it so important about when you attack in Guild Wars? Because my guild is sort of the top 150 era. Oh, I see. I'm gonna delete this text align center in the beginning of the table, because this little tag causes your table to kinda merge to the whole width of the article, but I don't really want that. Now I just have to center everything. But then again, why doesn't this work? Always only attack when you can get 1600 plus points from an in attack. Always stay in top 50 if possible. High rewards per attack. So you mean that, well, what I noticed is that, well, actually the stronger we are and the higher we are in the ladder, the more points we get. Because back then we got like 100, 200 points per win, and now we kind of get like 700. But you mean that if we, I don't know, kind of start attacking in the beginning of Guild Wars, when there are a few guilds registered, we can be in the top 50, and if we attack and win, we will get like 1500 points, and then just save the attacks you can't use if you get too high in the table, and then use them in the last evening. What do you mean by attacks you can't use? You mean fights that would be 100% lose? If you're strong enough and can win the battles in top 50, then you get about 1000. Okay, I see. I don't think we are strong enough to be in the top 50 yet, but we are top 21st, top 21 in the server, which is kind of pointless to say because the guild rankings on a given server is like nothing. It just means that how many days your members have spent online. If I get to above top 10, I can't win a single fight. Then I have to wait until I'm around 30 before. Okay, I see. If you blast off all your Guild Wars stamina early, you get hit by better guilds, which gets more points for them and harder to catch them up. If you don't lose any fights in Guild War, you get more points. If you lose some fights and still win, you get less points. Yeah, I know. What I kinda do, but that's mainly because I'm lazy, is that I wait until like the last day of Guild Wars, and then I just like blast out all my 40 stamina. But I guess the problem with that is that, based on what you say, is that my ranking is remains very low, and I don't get as much points as if I would spend them constantly. But out of 40 I can win like 38. Also, if you register within 4 hours, you get 1 more stamina. Wow, is this for real? Because you get 1 stamina per 4 hours. Isn't that you just start with the first one you get? Or you just start with like 2? Yeah, but we are down to only 18 active members, so hard to be ready until the evening. Yeah. We have 25 active members now, and we usually get around 10-12 applications in one day. I mean to Guild Wars, not to the guild. My guild is pretty casual now. So I'm just looking for a table which has an align to center, because I removed the text align center from the beginning, but okay, so that was actually a vertical align that I used, which is good, but I need a horizontal align. So let's just look for one. I don't even know where to start. Easy peasy. Mennem kell, vagy lehet, hogy leszek még, ha még streamelsz. Köszi a válaszokat és további jó szórakozást. Bye all. Köszi, hogy itt voltál, köszi a followot, legyen szép estéd. Gyere máskor is. Ciao. So. Okay, this looks good. Style, text align, center. Well, actually, this is a really good table. I'm really proud of this. This turned out really great. I actually did an Excel table where I calculate my own probability about yeah, the stars of quests. So let's just add this to every row. I was actually thinking about what kind of content should I be streaming today from editing the wiki, because I have a couple of things to do here, and I just wasn't really sure, because one, I could upload the items, which I think was the best one to go with as for today, so that the wiki gets more content and it's kind of a basic thing to have. And then one other thing would have been to create a kind of box for every hero page, which would include some sort of patch notes where we could kind of track down how a hero was changed in the patches. But for that, we should upload every single hero with spells, so we should update that part. That's a lot of work again. And then we could do, what else was I, what else had I in yeah, this guild rate page, the items, and the patch notes. I don't know, I feel like I had something else in mind, but I just cannot recall now. Looks very nice with all the equipment. Thanks, Apollonia. Check out the equipment page, because that's one. But actually I can show you, so you don't really have to move away. This is the equipment tab, and I uploaded it with every icon link. So this is, yeah, I just did, okay. So you can use icon link with every item name and also with the icon template everywhere. It works fine. But yeah, just pay attention to type the exact name. That's how the template works. And yeah, I will go and create pages like this, but actually what to you on Discord about the page. Problem with that, I cannot really check my Discord because it's kind of just. So the problem is, 2 monitors is too less for me. But under equipment, there is a text table of artifacts. In my opinion, we should just remove it and keep the link to the article. Yeah, that's something I mentioned in stream, that I didn't really understand why is a tiny bit of artifact list is there, but I just said I will leave it there. I don't know. This doesn't really make any sense here, and it's kind of like the weakest stuff here. Yeah, I will go ahead and remove this and leave this link here. So yeah, problem is that 2 monitors is too less for me, because the first monitor is being used for actually streaming the thing that you see on the big screen, and then on the second screen I have like the streaming application, the music recognizer, the Streamlabs app, which I can track donations and follows and things like that. But I cannot even see that because of other stuff, and the music player, and so on and so on. And so because of that, I even missed Tetvaiten's follow, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate, and sorry for missing that. Yeah, so let's just delete this. Save page. Okay. So yeah, one thing with item pages is that I want to create every single one, but I want kind of a slideshow here in the bottom, which would display the actual item that you are viewing the page of, and you would see like the next 2 or 3 tier item. So if this is Staff of Prophecy, you would see Garden, I don't know, Garden Blessing Sword next to it, and then Elemental Wand next to it, so that you could move down in tiers to the left and up in tiers to the right, so that you wouldn't really be, so you wouldn't only be able to move around in this set, but to move the other sets as well. Kind of like how you can move up and down and back in the new Tower of Oblivion. That was a fun story how we broke that page. That was interesting. First, I've seen some pretty interesting stuff editing the wiki, some pretty interesting bugs, but that was cool. Too much content to handle, huh? So back to this. I wanted to give it some width. Yeah. Let's say width equals 50. Okay, looking better. Maybe I will align all these rewards to the right, so that again it will be the same, so that it won't look like this, the icons beneath each other. This looks pretty good to me. Maybe the power needs a little bit more space so that it can be displayed in one. let's give it 75. And we need, where is, yeah, text align. We need this here. And as for the rewards, we need right. But then it just looks dumb that there is so much empty space and so low amounts of characters. Whatever, I'm just gonna write out the thousands. I don't know. I really miss the scythe of the first, second, and third icon. Whatever. Damn, missing one 3-star equipment to see what the price for 4-star is. I will give you a notice once I get one more. I'm missing one 3-star equipment to see what the price for 4-star is. You mean you're editing the wiki and contributing to the blacksmith page? What color? Yeah, what color? I may help you out. What was that? The forge price orange. Okay. I can only help out with 2-star orange ones. Yeah, I saw you missed it on your wiki, was thinking to help out. Yeah, sure, go ahead and help us out. We always need a helping hand. Let's just not delete the whole row. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a couple more rows. This is another good project. I will ask my guild and tell you once I get the answer. Thank you very much. It's cool. So this is 18 rows as for now, and we need it from 11. Eleven is level 110, and the power is 130 million. And this is a queen. Something is just not right. Yeah, okay, so I need to go from raid number 9. We don't know the level, nor the battle power, but we do know the enemies. Lamagaton. What do I need here? Ah, 40 pixel, okay. And the bleaker. Bleaker, 5-star. This would be easier in source editor. I really miss the sight of the first, second and third reward, because I really imagined this new format like that. So I may add them, but I don't really know, because then we would miss. Or maybe I could spare out the images of gold and guild coin by creating a row here, a very thin row with a gold icon and a guild coin icon, and then just write numbers behind that. But then again, 4-digit numbers would really take away the space, because this is already crowded. I don't know, I may experiment with that one out of stream. Let's go to source editor because this is slow. Okay, so we don't know what's the power at number 10, but the power is 100 million. And it's a Mickey. And a Karim. 11 is done. 12 is level 130. Power 160 million. Hero icon. Dark art Hindon. Okay. Number 31 level unknown. And the power is This is 130 million, but I'm gonna put a question mark there because that's dubious if the previous one is stronger and this one is weaker. And I'm gonna say 130 because it's between them. It's always upscaling, so Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer and Fat, what a combo, man. Killer stuff. 15. Level 140. Power 280 million. And it is field. But I believe that's a 6-star field, but I will check it afterwards. No, I'm on the wrong level. What's happening? Yeah. 15 is Margaret Malassa. Margaret Malassa. That's an annoying combo. And it's 350. Like that. 34. 34. 34. 34. Goals were not updated. Or it just jumps from 16k to 30. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so because it's scaling by 1. Equipment cost is for 4-star orange is 1.4 million. I will add that. Would you like to add it on your own? Kinda lost. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 8 is 12k. Yeah, this. Yeah. So this is 15, 16, and 18 is unknown. So I'm just gonna put 2 question marks here. That's fine, I don't know anything about that. Okay, I will edit then. It's funny how add it sounds like edit. But yes, okay, so I'm gonna do that now. But I'm kind of doing this stream so that you get like some insight about how it is done, and so you can help out others. Equipment. This is where the forging. Oh, okay. So this is 1.4 million, right? Yeah. Should be. Yes. Okay. Thank you. That's by 200k each level. Yeah, that's what I just noticed. But this is like, okay, this is not available because, okay, seems fine. Twisted light, that's an eye in there. Cool, that's done. Thank you very much for that. Hammers in my head. That's a mollusk. Dark art in the Mollusk, Dragon Slayer, Fat Moon. Margaret Malassa, this is a field. Field. 16, yeah. Level 140. Power 250 million. Millions needed. Little question about quality, how disturbing it is when I'm speaking, because the microphone I'm using is currently the webcam's microphone, and it kind of just picks up the environmental noise. But it is set to voice activation, so when I'm not really speaking, at least you just cannot really hear this noise. Okay, so it seems like we have 18 levels done. Let's go ahead and add a couple more. Yeah, do that. Let's do that. So that's 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we start from 19. 19 is level 160, power 370 million, and the enemies are faceless, Mirage and loot. Okay, number 20. I will do these 25 levels and then I'm gonna go over to creating the item navigation system, sort of. Because I'm kind of losing my concentration on this and need something to refresh my mind, so to say. Okay. Water and iodine. That's a good level. We barely know anything about that. So number 24, level unknown, battle power unknown, but the enemy is Fatmu, Water, and Karim. That's right. And layer 25 again. Pretty much unknown, but ODO1 is what we know. Okay, so this is us for now. Looks decent, but I will add the first, second and third here because I really miss them and it would look good. About the rest, I don't know. I can always go back and check it if you decide to add it, but I'm not really sure. Let's add the million here. Let's double check if our stats are correct, because I'm then go ahead and delete the rows that we just did. Okay. Okay, it seems alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay, kill reward. Aha. That's something else we should add. Oh boy. Okay. Can't I merge these two together? Interesting. Oh boy. Okay, so this is gonna be not a row span, but a call span. And we're gonna say every battle is... the next one is kill reward. What's the extra row for? Okay, I know. This is not this, but this one is not needed. Okay, okay. I'm gonna use per battle just to make it a little bit more tighter. Rewards, and this will be on kill. What do we know the kill reward of? Raid numerous. Can I copy this whole cell? Brilliant. $40k gold and 200 guild coins. Then we have... This is the only one we have so far. Okay, whatever. It was, yeah, here. Okay, let's leave it like that as for now, and I'm gonna delete 25 raids here. Like this. Okay, save page. First 25 layers. So what we should do now is to... I'm thinking about whether or not it should be a template or not. But let's make it a template. Yeah, a template would be much easier to... Looks much better and more manageable. You mean this one? If you win this one, yeah, I agree. Because this one is kind of a lazy work, but it did the job. Okay, so I will go on a 1-minute break, and then I will be back with the navigation system that we will do for the items. So 1-minute break and I will be back. Oh, I'm back. I told you it was a 1-minute break. It might have even been less. Yeah, compared to the pure text one, good thing about that is that you don't need let me just refresh so that the contents actually work. So you don't really need that ugly table of content list, because this is only 20 layers, 20 guild rates, but it's really long, and 45 is just way too many, and yeah, like 3-4 rows per guild raid doesn't really worth a table of content row. So this is just like much easier, and you can display pretty much 15 raids at a time on your screen compared to this 4-5, and it already gives you much more visual information, and you don't actually have to read, just see and understand. Okay, so let's open yeah, let's go to template. What will we call it? So we want a navigation kind of box below the items. Let's say item nav, like navigation. So the thing I want to create here, let me just show you that in Paint. That's easy. So the thing I want to create is that you have your content here. Let's see, Staff of Prophecy, for example. So you have the content here, and I want kind of a navigation here, which will look like boxes. So like this is one box, and this will be an icon of your Staff of Prophecy. But you won't really have to do anything with that, because that will be a page name template. So it will use this to locate your image. So that is done. And then there will be other, I don't know, other boxes with smaller images, so that it's obvious that those are some other images. And so you could go up in tiers to the right and go down in tiers to the left. And there will be some kind of link which will say that back to items or something like that. And actually I want another box here which will contain text. Simple text, which you can decide what will display, because this is good for items, equipments. So it will probably say, I don't know, accessories or something like that. And but you can change this text to, I don't know, for example, see similar items, so that whenever you use it on Spirit or Hero Upgrade Stone, Hero Promotion Stone, you can list items like Monster Soul, Spirit, I don't know, Gold, whatever you want. It's up to you. So this is the basic concept that I want to create. And to do that, we need a table. What kind of template? I don't know. Data, whatever. And so let's begin. We need a table, that's for sure. And I'm gonna copy part of the Tower of Oblivion, because that has the text align center. So I'm gonna click edit and copy just gonna copy the part that will center everything, because this is just like images and a few text, so there is not really much point of not centering everything. Okay, so with that being said, and this will actually make this navigation system take the whole width of your displayed article, which is pretty good. And so we need one row, which will be actually the header. And since everything is centered and this is a header, it will be in bold. But we're gonna say this will be the first parameter that you can add. And we're gonna say header text, for example. And so whenever you use this template, it will ask for a header text from you. But I'm gonna add an if here, which is this, I don't know, hashtag, whatever it is called, if so if works like it has 3 parts, and this is the pre. So let's say if there is something in header text, then say header text. As how if there is nothing in header text, it will say see similar items. And let's close the template. So this will be the header. If you type in something to header text, it will say whatever you type in, because this is what is displayed if this is true, and this is what displays if it's not true. So if there is nothing, it will say similar items, which is a pretty good text for general use. So we're gonna create another row, and we need, let's say, 5 images, or let's go, I don't know, 7. Another one, and close the template here. So this is the middle image, which will be page name. Well, actually we need an image to be displayed, so we will start with file name, page name icon.png, and we're gonna say the size shall be what it should be, let's say 60 pixel, and the caption will be page name, but you only need 2 curly brackets for that. So this is the caption, and the link will be again page name. But that's not really important because you are already on that page. I'm just making that so that it's constant and it's the same in every row. And now we can change up things. Well, actually I'm thinking about how you can. I'm gonna use another if here, because the reason for that is whenever you reach the lowest category, the lowest tier you can get to, there is nothing lower than that. So there should be nothing displayed. And because of that, I'm gonna add if. And so if there is something, I'm just creating the rest of it. So let's say, so because this is the middle one and there is 3 lower ones, let's say the parameter is lower by 3 tier. So So if there is something in lower by 3 tier, then display the file, display the name which you will be adding, which will be the item's name that you want to display. So it will ask you lower by 3 tier, and you will say, I don't know, for example, I'm counting right now, you will say Nightblade. You will say lower by 3 tier equals Nightblade, and it will say file nightblade-icon.png, and again the caption will be the lower by 3 tier, so the caption will be Nightblade and the link will be Nightblade, because it uses the same parameter for basically everything. And the size will be a little bit smaller than what's the main one in the middle. And because it's an if, so if you type anything there, it will display the image. If you haven't typed anything in there, it will display nothing, because you cannot really write in anything if you are already on the lowest tiers. So that box will be empty. And for the header, we will need a call span of 7, just so that it goes all the way through above our boxes. So yeah, let's go ahead and copy these boxes, let's call them. I really hope that it will work. So it's lower by 2 tier, lower by 1 tier, and this will be higher by 1 tier. Okay, lower by 2 tier, lower by 1 tier, 1 tier, 2 tier, 1 tier, 2 tier. And I just forgot to make these 3 curly brackets, because this is what a 3 curly bracket is always a parameter, while as 2 curly brackets means a template. And so when we need this orange color, we know that this is a parameter. Because of the page name I started with, I forgot to add 3 of the curly brackets, because page name is a template and it works with 2 curly brackets. So it's higher by 1 tier, and I'm gonna upload this inside the curly brackets. I'm really excited if this will work or not at first. Okay, higher by 1 tier, 1 tier, 1 tier, okay. This is 2 tier, 2 tier, 2 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, 3 tier, 3 tier, 3 tier. And I want to add the link above this navigation box, which will actually kind of lead you back to the category of the item you are in, and another button which will lead you back to the list of in-game items. I'm just gonna check whether, actually which page should I set the link to refer to. We have an equipment tab here. I'm not sure, because we have the equipment article and the category equipment. Interesting, interesting. let's refer back to the category equipment tab. We have, okay, we do have category items and category weapons. Okay, this will be good. Okay, pretty good. Good, okay. So, let's look for a right. We need a text align right, which will move these little clickable links to the right. So let's try first right. And I'm gonna call Tower of Oblivion to help us out. Tower of Oblivion layer 1 to 100. Okay, so let's just copy. I believe right will work because this is the center. Okay, cancel. We can just close this. Well, actually, I like to think forward. So, what if you use? How could you solve that? Because you can use it for a casual item like gold, but you can also use it for a weapon like Staff of Prophecy. And if you use it for Staff of Prophecy, you obviously want to put a button there which will lead you back to items, weapons, and no, items, equipment, and weapons. But if it's gold, you can only refer back to items, basically. Okay, let's see. I will add. So this will refer back to category items. And the text will say back to items. Let's create an if here. And so if you use an if, it will ask you whether or not it's a weapon or something. You can give it, you can input weapon and then what else? Equipment and weapon. So let's say if, I'll delete this so just to keep it simple. So let's delete these. Okay. So it will ask you equipment and you have to say something. And if you say, if there is something in there, it should display a pipe character. This is one interesting thing, because if you want to use a pipe character inside a template, it could get really messy. Just imagine if I used a pipe character here, the template would think this pipe character is meant to be this one, and so it will not really get the result I want, so that you have to create like an exclamation mark template which only contains a pipe character. So whenever this is rendered out, what you will get is a pipe character, but the template won't really understand it as a pipe character. So back to work. It will say pipe character, and I use this pipe character just to kind of divide the buttons like I did in Tower of Oblivion, as you can see there, without the edit function. So as you can see here, these are pipe characters that I'm aiming for. So if this is an equipment, it will refer back to equipment, back to equipment, and then we also need another button. Apollonia says, I have to go now. Have a nice evening. Nice to see the complex things going on below the data I put in. Thank you, Apollonia, for being here. I really appreciate your time spent here, and I'm really happy that I can show you something interesting. Actually, I hope it's interesting. So have a good night, and thank you very much. So we need another button next to back to equipment, and this will refer back to category type. And whoops, that's not very fortunate. So I was in editing template. I just happened to close everything. Not close, but desktop minimize everything. Okay. I'm back. So, and by type, I'm expecting that you will type in weapon, for example, and so it will say back to type. I believe this should work. However, I'm really curious. Let's see a desktop preview. Obviously it doesn't really show much. Even the right is not working. But why isn't it working? If center works. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna say test. I'm gonna click publish and we'll see if it works or not. So let's click on Staff of Prophecy and bring up the template that we just created, which is item nav, and let's start filling in all the parameters that it is expecting from us. So we're gonna say type equals weapon. There was an equipment somewhere. So equipment equals yes. Type weapon, that's right. It's usually just good to go over all the orange stuff that you have to input. Add the text, whatever, we don't need it. Let's see if it kind of just updates how it should. And here comes lower by 3 tier, and then lower by 2, 1, 2. Lower by 2 tier, 1 tier. Higher by 1 tier. Higher by 2 tier and 3 tier. And lower by 3 I said Night Blade. Lower by 2 tier is Hunter's bow actually. And lower by 1 tier is Elemental Wand. Higher by 1 tier is, let's say, what's that? It's Monster Slayer's bow, I believe. No, actually, that will be Guardian, Blessing, Dagger. And higher by 2 tier is Illus's Staff, I believe. Let's close the template. And let's see what happens. Okay, that looks good, as for now. Another thing I want to add is maybe the name of the items below their respective icons. I did an error there. Let's check this. What's that? Hunter's Bow. Hunter's Crossbow, I believe, is the correct name. This should be displaying correctly now. Do not, so let's check out what mistake we did there. Let's go to equipment right now. Hunter Crossbow, so it's not Hunters, but it's only Hunter. Hunter Crossbow, okay, apply changes. So the navigation of the icons pretty much appear just how I wanted. Regarding this is pretty chaotic because I'm not really sure how it handles capital and non-capital text, because so seems like you have to go, it's case sensitive. And what we got out of our little template here is only a pipe curly bracket pipe. So let's see. Pipe curly bracket pipe. So right now I'm just trying to find out whether we have a pipe curly bracket combo, so that I can maybe guess what's the problem. But the fact that even this does not appear is pretty bad, because it should. Let's remove the right tags and see what happens. Test item nav. Save page. So nothing really appears. That's bad. That's really bad. That's bad. That's bad. But this is a link. I just don't understand why this does not appear. Let's see, what do we have in tower? Maybe it's something about the category that I cannot really type in correctly. But I'm gonna check Staff of Prophecy and how this is typed in here. So category items, but this should be working. So category items, okay, and this is what is displayed. Let me see. Wow, it just does not appear. Why is that? Maybe because of these characters? Not. I'm gonna go to the admin panel and see how it is used there, because I know of some top navigation that uses the category. category items, list of things. But that's what I just typed. Why doesn't it work? It actually displays nothing. That's the first. Okay, so it seems like I will have to look how to display a category link. Category link Wikia. How do I link categories to the Wikia navigation? That's not what I need. How to link a category? Sorry for all the fading, but we'll try to sort it out. So all I found is that you need to add a colon, which I believe is a double dot. Yeah, the colon. But I did add this. Why is there no text appearing? This is really interesting. So my best idea is to go ahead and find something that links to a category. Category shadow, for example, and I believe we may find them on hero pages. Edit. But actually that's again that's again this one. I love this music. This is so chilled. Interesting because I'm a little bit angry now. I just cannot get it to work. Maybe it's working on my profile, I'm not really sure. Honestly, I have no idea what's happening. Maybe I'm just missing something, I don't know. Category items. This should work by default. Wikia linking. Wikia help links. Let's see. What if I create link to category items? Okay, because you need a colon before the category. Of course, of course. And the reason for that is because without the first colon here, what the category items in brackets will do is that it will add the category to the page, not be a link. Okay, so we need the columns here. Okay, we found out. Good one. Thanks. So yeah, interesting thing. Apply changes. Okay, looks good. No idea why these are red, but our template actually works now. Pretty decent. I don't know what's this extra curly bracket there, but it's under back to items. Okay, because there is an extra curly bracket there. Perfect. Just perfect. And the links work. Back to items, back to equipment, back to weapon. Items, equipment, weapon. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it would look better on top of this list or below that one. I don't know, but let's try the right tag now. Oops. Right. Publish. I don't know why the right tag doesn't work when the center works. Interesting. See, center. Google, help me. Wiki center tag. Right align text. Okay, so we're gonna use a div. I don't know why center. If center works, I don't know why right doesn't work. I'm not really into this div kind of things. But this will work, I know that. Yeah, it works. Okay, so Staff of Prophecy. There we go. Bam. Good, pretty good. So if we were to give I'm thinking about making each cell a given percentage of the whole table's width, and so we can add names, because this is pretty plain without names. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the bottom here, and then we're gonna add the names, which will be like with a break and then the name converted into a link. Let's see how this works. Yeah. Higher. Okay, I believe this should work. Given that I type in the correct numbers. Okay, like this. Click publish, and we will see how it looks like. I will have to adjust the name. Yeah, okay, I get it. What's the problem? We need the page name, break page name, converted into links, so that if you are on the page that you are linking to, it will display as bold. So that's very visualish. It gives you a good visual information about where you are right now. And we will need the width so that it doesn't adjust to the context in the cell, because it just kinda, as you can see, this is just making the whole cell very wide, which is not really fortunate for us. So what we'll be doing is to set each cell like 16 or 14% width of the whole table, and that should break the text into more rows if needed. Let's see how this goes. Width equals, I'm gonna divide 100 to 7 parts, which is a little bit more than 14, so 14 times 6, 14%. Let's keep adding 14s here, and since it adds up to 84, the middle one will be 16, so we're cheating a little there. Let's see. Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. Problem is that it looks like a roller coaster, and I do not want that, so I will split this row here into 2 rows, so that the images will be the same in the same spot, and the text will be the one moving around. So let's go to item nav once again, and we're gonna remove, actually we're gonna make a new row here with a couple of pipes, and we're gonna give the names of the items here. I'm just cutting out from there so that I can copy and erase them at the same time. And where's the page name? Here. Page name. Okay, this should be it. Let's click publish and let's see what did we fixed. Okay, like this. Now I will try to switch to different format, and we'll see how it looks like. Because this was Wiki table, but we can go to Wiki article. Let's publish and hit a refresh. So this is how it looks like. It has no borders, which is not really useful. I may actually adjust these to vertically to the top so that they will display exactly below the item's name. Let's try out the other format, which is article table. Click publish and let's see how that looks like. So it looks like this, which cannot really center this text to the middle by default, but it looks good. I don't know which one I should go with, this one or the whole cell like with this one. I'll go with this because this is a little bit different, and it looks good on the bottom of the page. It's not really a table like this, but it looks great on the bottom of the page. And with the navigation it looks really good. So we will have to adjust see similar items to the middle, which will be done by copying this little, no, I meant the tavern, not the casino, sorry for that. So tavern, and let's copy this text align center here, okay, and we can go to this one, like this. Okay, click publish, and yeah, this just centered our image, and as you can see, all the icons displayed here have the exact same width regarding their cell, and the text is broken into different rows so that it remains the same if you just go through the items even in the navigation. So another thing is to make them vertically aligned to top. I'm gonna copy that from the newly made guild raid. Click edit. If I did not delete them actually, but I did. So it was the line top, let's say. I believe it should work. Edit, and let's, but actually, can I just vertically align the whole row to the top? Oh yes, I can. This is what I meant, and I think this looks really good. I think this navigation system is pretty much done. I will go ahead and create a low-end weapon, or maybe let's check out Spirit. What's the Craig says, damn, setting up wikis looks hard. Welcome to the chat and to the stream. It's good to have you here. Setting up wikis is not that hard, I would say, because you can just go ahead with articles and stuff like that. The interesting part is that when you start making templates, like this whole page is pretty much just a template, and whenever I create an item page like this, all I have to type is pretty much that one. Only this amount of text, and half of it is copied. So I only have to type in one for weapon, what's the bonus, can it be sold, yes, how much it can. So very basic and short text. And because of the template is once created, because the template was once created, it basically can be used as many times as you want. And creating a template is what a little bit harder is. But after you got someone, or you learn how to do them, it gets pretty easy and efficient. Okay, so let's go to, I don't know, for example, Spirit. We will see how our new item navigation stuff works on different kinds of equipment, because it was designed for equipment in mind, but I wanted to make them able to use, so I wanted to make them be able to use on different sort of items like gold and things like that. So let's copy the questions, so to say, from here. Yeah, as you can see, let me just see. Interesting how the visual editor says this. Never mind. So, okay, so it did not refresh itself yet. Yeah, not even the text is displayed there. Never mind. So, oops. So everything you see here, this navigation thing, which is highlighted right now, can be done to every single page you want just by typing that much. This pretty much explains the helpfulness of templates. So let's go back to Spirit and add this template. And equipment, it's not an equipment, so we will leave this empty. The type is not important. The header text is not important because it will automatically say see similar items if you don't type anything else. And lower by 3 tiers, we will use something, we won't add anything there, so it will be a blank page. So we will say something similar is gold. And what else? Hero promotion stone. Let's go with that one as for now. And what we should see is the navigation button will only link back to category items, and only 3 pictures will be seen from the 7 boxes that we have. Let's see. Okay, this is what we have as for now. I'm gonna say save page. Test item nav. Okay, so this is what we have. It works kind of well. However, we have the brackets that would convert the text which is given to the template, but we left it empty, so only the brackets remain. So we will use an if function there, but this displays pretty correctly, I would say. So let's see, where do we have the brackets? Here, yeah. This is an easy fix. We will just copy the ifs. So if there is anything in lower by 3rd tier, say lower by 3rd tier, converted into a link. If there is nothing, then say nothing, basically. And with this one, we solved our problem. I'm just gonna refresh everything. Lower by 2 tier. Lower by 2 tier, 2 tier, 2 tier. Higher by 1 tier. I may rename this parameter so that it's clearer if you are editing like gold and stuff like this. So click publish, and our problem should be solved right now. Because if nothing is put in that parameter, it should display nothing. And it does display nothing, however, I just did not upload these. You can see hero promotion stone so many times because higher by 1 tier was copied into each row and was not really updated actually, and so it displayed the thing. And again, I did not upload this one, so it has no chance. So it had no chance to display the correct item name because that was the parameter, but it did not have any place to put that parameter, and we just made it work. And as you can see, since equipment and type was left empty, it did not display the buttons back to equipment and back to weapons if you type weapons in type. So I will put this one here for contrast. So as you can see, this is a casual item, and you can pretty much decide whether or not you want to use it on equipment or something, because Staff of Prophecy's item navigation says that equipment, yes, and type weapon. And equipment is used to decide whether or not you need these extra 2 buttons. And if you say equipment yes, it will use the equipment to put that here, so that you will have a link back to equipment. And if you say the type is weapon, this link will refer back to, as you can see, category weapon. So if I click on this, this will lead me to category weapon. But if I type in armor, this will say back to armors. But since this is a weapon, it works like this. So I'm pretty happy with what I have now. Yeah, it turned out how I wanted it, which is always a good thing. And I'm pretty sure it would work anywhere, no matter what kind of item I'm editing. Maybe I just need an extra break here, just so... no idea why. It's like that, but... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, it works. I don't know how I could fix it to display this a little bit lower on the page, but whatever, it works. I will think about that later. So I think that should be it for this stream. I'm really thankful for everyone who spent at least a minute here, or even a second. It really means a lot to me, and thank you for all the follows, the comments we got in chat. I was really happy that I could help you out if you had some kind of question. I really hope that I could show you something interesting, you learned something from it, and you can maybe use that knowledge somewhere else to help others or help yourself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, Discord. Up everywhere with the name NAGARTworks, and I will put my Discord link in the chat box right now, so that you can join up there. You can ask me questions or other wiki editors if you are into wiki things, whatever. Thanks for being here, and see you the next time. Bye.